Thank you very much, Mashivaka, for presenting me for this wonderful day today. I say good morning, everybody, to all the participants who attend this meeting. And so my presentation will be based on my current research, since it's also based on my current work, what I'm usually working on right now. So my focus was mainly on the four procurement principles that most of the NGOs should be focused on. So if I go broadly, we all know that when you have a non-governmental organization is created, you receive funds from different donors, and those donors expect you to have a set of rules and transparency in the fund that is given, in a way that things should be done and audited. And what I'm saying right now, if you have an organization and you apply those four principles, you show transparency in everything you do. So the first principle is really about the best value for money. Best value for money doesn't mean that you get the least expensive, the cheapest way of procurement. It's a way to get what you actually required, your requirement in the matter. In a way, this help you finalize all this issue. So you make sure that the organization have the required what you expect from the supplier to give you. It can be the quality it's appropriate. If you have the exact warranty after you receive the goods, it's in good shape. This is the way you get the best value for money. You will receive different supplier who the supplier will have different criteria, and based on the supplier that gets the best evaluation based on your criteria, you choose a supplier and expect based on that, and that with the least costly, having the most meeting your requirement in this matter. So that's how you doing it. And the second part is fairness, integrity, and transparency. So as you say that you want to be open and with the supplier you are working, because first of all you receive the bids. The bids is basically you send an offer for a call for offer, and by different ways. It can be on the NGO's website or global transparent and this is a good thing. And you make sure that every supplier has a fair shot of responding to the bid. And with that, it's important to make sure that you understand this requirement, given everything in the same way of doing things. For example, if you want to procure different medical equipment, for example, and you have an offer of 4 suppliers, you make sure that everything in your requirement is shared between every supplier. So you don't put away a supplier in a higher focus than another. Everything has to be equal. Every information shared has to be shared to all suppliers. That's the way you put transparency in the thing. And that's also when, for example, donator give a fund to the NGOs, they want to make sure that you respect that process, to make sure that everybody have a fair shot of having the bid to get this procurement process. One other thing also, the next step, it's effective competition. So it's not about effective competition is a way of, it's an open competition. So competition has to be conducted in a fair and transparent manner is the heart of the procurement. This is the key. And when you say it's open, so every potential supplier, when you have a call for bid, has the information needed to apply. It's not restricted to 2 or 3 suppliers. Every company who is well aware is informed of the process and can apply or have a fair shot. So that's in a good procurement. In a way, if you have fair competition, you get a shot to have better requirement. You have a global way, and that gives you an edge on cost reduction. So this is a way also you put that in the matter. And finally, is the interest of the organization. So the interest of the organization means you have to be aware that the NGO can have specific objective based on procurement. He can be aware that to promote some gender-based issue, or to make sure that the organization has kind of sustainable procurement way to make sure that what the organization is needed is fair. In a way, also some organization may focus to some suppliers who make sure that they respect their principle. So this is a way the organization overall. So in a global way, is to make sure those 4 principles. It's always a requirement for most of donation to coming forward, because if a donator come, they want to show, and you have to show them that you have good process in play, and those 4 principles are respected in every process. And by doing that, the first way they do that is by auditing your organization, making sure that the process is open to all suppliers, and you receive an adequate supplier response. So this is the thing that's true. So if I go to conclude, my presentation, NGOs are the steward of public fund and private fund, which has been provided in trust by people in the government to fulfill agreed purpose. So a significant portion of this fund are used to formal procurement process, and for where they reach are many stakeholders. So the stakeholder should be the citizen or every person who donates. The donator can be the government or other NGOs or some key stakeholder who wants to get the fund. So what they want to make sure, that the NGO they give the fund to has strong process in place in procurement, and to ensure that their funds are being used correctly. And in a way, the way to say this within a global way, say, okay, do I trust you enough to give you this fund, and you respect the process to make sure you have a open process, okay? And with respecting those 4 principles, and that will make your organization great. So it's a way those 4 principles, they are critical to ensure that the fund that has been entrusted with are spent correctly, fair, timely, and transparent manner. So this is the way the procurement principles work. And this is a case also that should apply, because you come in the conclusion, some NGO has a good way of applying them, some are not. And most of the way to find out this process are in place is by going to their website, or to make sure that we apply that. And with that, you have a special connection with the donators, and with that, they'll trust you with the fund that will go directly to what is needed to for, and in an open manner. So this is my presentation. I think my belief was to focus on this kind of different thing. So I will say I'm open for question, and I say to you, well, thank you, and feel free to have any question. So if you have a question, I will welcome to apply it and answer you early on if needed. Thank you to all participants, and I'm open for questions.